MidAmerica Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake is presented by Cherokee Casino Grove and made possible by
At the MidAmerica Industrial Park in Pryor, there are over 100 jobs waiting for someone just like you. These are high-paying jobs that don't require a degree. With over 80 manufacturing plants to choose from, it's easy to find your dream career. Need training? Don't worry, because MidAmerica provides on-campus classes supported by employers. If you have recently graduated from high school and want to start a career in manufacturing, earning a great wage and benefits, visit MidAmericaDelivers.com to learn more.
Plus by viewers and members like you.
Coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake, a relaxing getaway that's close to Grove and on Grand. We'll swing by and meet a relaxation expert and take a peek behind the gates at a private lakeside community. All this and more coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Vacation rentals are all the rage these days, and Herb Manning has taken this concept to a new level. As a well-respected and successful business builder, Herb has used his skills to build and open the Cottages on Carey Bay. Located on 16 private wooded acres on Carey Bay, the Cottages are close to town and yet offer a private, secluded retreat. With both 1 and 2 bedroom cottages and numerous amenities, these vacation cottages are just what you need for your next trip to the lake.
I always think of building as kind of like eating an elephant. You just have to do one bite at a time. So you just think about one thing at a time, or even something like the cabins. The idea of doing this scared me. But if you break it up into little jobs, then it's doable. Back when we first moved here was like 96, 97, and things were booming. So I was doing tile work, and I was building a house for us on the side. But I kept having people want to buy it before I could move into it. So after 4 or 5 times of that, I'm like, okay, this is way better. And my knees will survive. So it's worked out good for us. And it's really been good for raising our kids, because I was able to take the kids to work with me, and now they know for sure they don't want to be a builder. So it's good. I actually bought it with some other land that they just threw this in as an afterthought. So I didn't have to pay much for it. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. No, I had to talk my wife into it. Yeah, because everybody said this land was worthless and you couldn't do anything with it. And we'd enjoyed it with the kids when they were little. And I had this idea of cabins that people could enjoy the lake and the woods and stuff. And it's worked a lot better than we thought it would. Well, basically, we have 15 acres and 1,600 foot of shoreline. But the idea is I didn't want to rip all the trees out. I wanted to keep it natural, where like you're going to a state park or something. So what we've done, we built a boardwalk. You can't see it from here, but we'll see it later. That serves 2 purposes. We elevated it so that the wildlife can go underneath it. We don't block their game trails. And also, if we ever have high water, you still will be able to get out and enjoy the lake on top of it. The lake is only 100 yards behind the cabins, which for most people is nothing. They're fine with that. We even have a cart for putting the kayaks on. And eventually we'll probably keep the kayaks down by the water so that you don't have to keep taking them back and forth. But, and Grove is so cool. I mean, we've got so many different things to do. So the lake is just one small part of it. There's a lot of other attractions and things people can enjoy. We like the whole fixer-upper look, like Chip and Joanna Gaines. We like that whole white insides. And when family would come visit, there really wasn't many nice places for people to stay. They were all pretty much run down or, aged. So we wanted something new, and I always loved like the New England color schemes on the outsides. I loved like Maine and New Hampshire. So that's why we did the funky colors on the outside. And I've had more people stop just because they love the colors of the outside of them. And then my wife's deal was cleanliness. So we tried to make them where we could really keep everything super clean, where people will want to stay here for years and we can maintain them properly. Yeah, we tried to make them where each one of the backyards is private. Each person has their own fire ring, so they can spend time with their family without the other people watching them. And then we also put fire rings out into the woods where people could burn a fire out there if they want to be under the trees. And just to make it where, even though they're all together, you don't feel like you're all together. The three, A, B, and C, are 1-bedrooms. They're about 430 feet, or 460 square feet. And they have full kitchens, everything, Roku TVs, washers and dryers, which is a big deal when you're on the lake. And then the D through F are the 2-bedrooms. So the 1-bedrooms basically sleep 2 to 4, and the 2-bedrooms sleep 4 to 6. Well, my wife loves it now. She actually does a lot of the work. She teases me that I did the building, but now she's doing the real work, because she does a lot of the management. She does a lot of the housekeeping even. And we're gradually trying to wean her off of that to where she can manage them more. So it's been a good thing. But I get a lot of honks and thumbs up, so that's good. Oh, I'm glad it's worked out. I do a lot of things that don't work out. So this was nice to have something that actually people seem to really be excited about. And we've had nothing but good reviews, so hopefully that keeps up, because we don't want to make people mad. We want to make them happy.
For more information, find them on Facebook or visit CareyBayCottages.com to make a reservation today. We'll be right back with more on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
At the MidAmerica Industrial Park in Pryor, there are over 100 jobs waiting for someone just like you. These are high-paying jobs that don't require a degree. With over 80 manufacturing plants to choose from, it's easy to find your dream career. Need training? Don't worry, because MidAmerica provides on-campus classes supported by employers. If you have recently graduated from high school and want to start a career in manufacturing, earning a great wage and benefits, visit MidAmericaDelivers.com to learn more.
So one of the things that we have on Grand Lake is we have several businesses that are open in the evening in several places for people to go eat dinner by boat. So a lot of people don't boat at night, and one of the things to remember is no matter how familiar you are with the lake looks different every night because there's different lights on every night. So make sure you know where you're going, and obviously we discourage the consumption of alcohol and driving a vessel, but more importantly, make sure your vessel's set up to operate at night, and make sure you know how to operate your vessel at night. It's not uncommon for us to stop somebody out here that either don't have their navigation lights on or only have part of their navigation lights on, and they don't know how to turn them on. And not only is that embarrassing for them, but it's just tremendously dangerous for the other vessels that are out at night. And if you're going to be out at night, check your lights before you leave. It's a great idea to carry a spare bulb and the tools to change them, because they do burn out at the most inopportune times. So again, if you're going to go out at night, know where you're going, be familiar with that, and make sure all the equipment on your vessel is working.
And now for the Living Grand on Grand Lake events page. Cars for Critters' 9th Annual Indoor Car Show at the Grove Civic Center is set for Saturday, August 29th, a benefit for Second Chance Pet Rescue. Free admission to the public to attend the car show, along with American classic and import cars, hot rods, and motorcycles too. There will be food, music, raffles, and dog adoptions of rescues wanting forever homes. To learn more, visit doitforthepets.com. Other favorite stops you'll continue to find still open and ready to serve you during your time at Grand Lake include when in Grove, be sure to stop in at the 1909 for the full gastropub experience. American food and craft beer made from scratch, with a menu ranging from pub-type snacks to some of the best steaks and salmon you'll find anywhere. Dine-in or carry-out is available. Fired Up at Grand Lake has a brand new location and ready to serve up the fun featuring paint your own pottery, Grand Lake souvenirs, and Lake Life home decor items. Plus, a party room, ideal for your child's next birthday party, or even a girls' night out. Look for them on Facebook for more details. Lupe's Mexican restaurant is waiting for you for dine-in and carry-out. Tamales, nachos, all the standards, and as delicious as ever. They're open Tuesdays through Saturday for dinner. Give them a call to find out more. 918-786-8723. These and all your favorite spots in and around the lake are being safe, but available to make your visit to Grand Lake this season as memorable as any year. Welcome back to MidAmerica Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake, presented by Cherokee Casino Grove.
Grand Lake provides the perfect location for total relaxation. Whether you love watching those beautiful Grand Lake sunsets, enjoying a lakeside dinner with friends, or you prefer the solitude of tossing a line in the water, there's one thing you often find at each of these activities: someone also enjoying their favorite adult beverage. And if you want to find the perfect adult beverage for your lake time, then you need to visit Tiffany Green at Pier 13 Wine and Spirits in Langley. With one of the largest selections of beer, wine, and spirits around, coupled with a friendly and helpful staff, Pier 13 is your one-stop shop.
This was my part-time job when I was in college. When I graduated college, the owner said he was ready to retire, and he said, "You should think about buying it." So I bought it. Well, I went to a Christian school, so it was a really tough decision. And I had 3 small children, so it worked out well because this was not my original location, and my other store had a convenience store attached to it, so I brought my kids to work with me. So they came to work with me until they were older. I learned that as a business owner that you should be part of your business, that when you own the business, people want to see you in the business, and that was a big deal. That was a big thing that I learned from the man that owned it before me, Buster Colvin. So I tried to network as much as possible, get out, do all the things, everything community-wise that I could get involved in. I took my kids. I've been a member of the Lions Club. I've been a Rotarian. It's pretty important to be out there in it, to build relationships with people. My favorite thing is when I started selling liquor, everything, vodka was vodka flavored. Now you can get vodka in every single flavor under the sun, and whiskey is flavored, and tequila is flavored. So that's been interesting to watch that change. Oklahoma has come into with Oklahoma beers and Oklahoma wines, so that's been fun to watch my state become part of the industry. And just craft beers growing, we were not always able to carry Budweiser, Bud Light, domestic beers. That came about in 2018, and when that law came into play and grocery stores and convenience stores could start selling beer and wine, the industry changed huge. I have this store, I have a smaller store, a town over, and then I have a coffee shop. Really, I wanted to eliminate my competition for liquor stores here. I used to have this Pier 13, this was not our original location, this was Y Liquor, and we bought this one 7 years in and expanded it, and then bought the small liquor store over in Ketchum. It's kind of like a, I don't know, 3 miles apart, but what sells is so different. So it's kind of like a highlight or a complementary store to this store. Oh, no. The one thing I've learned about people and their liquor is they usually get on one and they stay with that one thing, which is funny. I mean, your liquor is seasonal. You know, they drink mostly dark in the wintertime and clear in the summertime, but for the most part, people are creatures of habit and they will drink the same thing all the time. But my taste is seasonal. I don't want bourbons right now. I really don't want dark rum. So I kind of feel like it all rotates. It's weird just watching this summer. Of course, this summer has been the exception to every other summer that I've lived through out here. Watching this stuff sell. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. People are drinking tropical fruity drinks right now. And but then we had a couple of weeks where we couldn't keep bourbon on the shelf, which was odd for this time of year, for this kind of weather. So I feel like it's a free-for-all right now. Nobody has a set anything. It's been crazy to watch this lake change and grow. I mean, we didn't have rock crawlers when I was a kid. We didn't have the golf course below the dam. That was just a place to go play or camp or whatever. Like I said, this was just that red dirt up here. It was a Y, and now it's not a Y anymore. But it's been really interesting to watch this place grow and the population grow. I love living here. I love raising my kids here. I love the familiar places. It's just like my connection with Veneta. I graduated from Veneta, so moving my coffee shop to Veneta was like going home. So I have that, you know, there's this pull between both places. But I love it here. I mean, I really couldn't imagine. It's like, you know, people vacation here, but I get to be here all the time. So I always think that's really neat. And it's nice to get up and look at that lake and be like, yeah, this is my home.
Pier 13 Wine and Spirits is located at the junction of 28 and 82 in Langley. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 9. In addition to their massive selection, they also are happy to take special orders. Follow them on Facebook for more information. To learn more about living grand on Grand Lake, follow us on Facebook as well. You can also visit us at rsu.tv to catch episodes from all 7 seasons. Hang tight, we'll be right back with more on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
And this is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
And this is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Grand Lake's newest destination for great fun is located just off the lake in Grove. At Cherokee Casino Grove, you'll experience exceptional food and outstanding service. Stop in to relax with your favorite drink and root for your team on the big screen. Experience live local music on the 1897 stage every weekend. Cherokee Casino Grove on Highway 59 at East 250 Road. It's the most fun you'll have off the water.
At Rogers State University, we keep things personal.
It all starts here.
We make sure our graduates get the most out of their education.
RSU has campuses in Claremore, Bartlesville, and Pryor, with on-campus housing and a wide variety of programs to suit your needs.
It all starts here.
Rogers State University.
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
Welcome back to MidAmerica Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake, presented by Cherokee Casino Grove.
Mark Londigan grew up in Northeast Oklahoma and has been a Grand Laker for decades. His career in banking has taken him all over the lake as new developments are established. When he and his wife Julie discovered the Melody Point development, they knew they'd found their new home. Melody Point's a beautiful gated development with a community of residents who are more like friends than they are neighbors. With a large pool, massive outdoor kitchen, a beautiful clubhouse, ponds, and lakefront, Melody Point is the luxury community you've been looking for.
My wife drove through the property about 7 years ago, and she said, "Mark, I just love this property. Okay, let's go look at it." So we looked at several homes for sale here, and there was a spec home being built, and we looked it over and made the decision together that, hey, we could go in and finish it out and pick out our own flooring and our colors. And so we made the move to purchase that home. It's been the best decision that we could have made. We lived in our previous house in Buffalo Shores South here in Grove for 17 years. And it was hard to leave that home after being there 17 years, but after she enticed me to move to Melody Point, it's a great decision, great decision. Yes, this real estate here is very special, and it's one of the only gated communities within the city limits of Grove. And so for us to be able to be 3.5 miles from downtown Grove, 3 miles from the grocery store, 3.5 miles to Walmart, we're always making runs to Walmart. The hospital is about 3.8 miles from this location. And so you've got Patricia Island Golf. If you want to golf, we jump in the boat and it's a 6-minute boat ride to Shangri-La. So geographically, this property is in a great location. There was a developer purchased this land approximately 15 years ago, and it's a very special piece of land in that it contains 40 acres. And when they laid the property out for the homes, almost every home has a view of water, either of the ponds with the fountains that we have, or a view of the lake. So the property has 2 coves in it, and it is really designed well for lake living and if you like water. These are craftsman style homes, and they range from 1,800 square feet to 6,000 square feet. But if you have your own house plan that is a craftsman style home, you submit that to the architectural committee and they will approve that, and you can start on your home. Melody Point has the west side slips and the east side slips. There's a total of 49 slips in the development, and the homeowners can own a slip. And when the ice storm occurred several years ago, it wiped out all the marina that was here. So a brand new marina was built, and it's some of the best docks on the lake in the fact that there's no wood, it's all steel and cement, and they are really nice docks. Currently we have 38 homes in Melody Point, of which 22 are permanent residents, and the balance are weekend homes. And we have weekend homes for people from Wichita, Kansas, from Edmond, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, just all over. and they come in on the weekends and enjoy the swimming pool, their boat, and the facilities, and they absolutely just love it. They love it.
To learn more about Melody Point, give Mark Londigan a call at 918-314-7458. Well, that's all for this week's show. Join us again next week to learn more about the places to go, people to see, and things to do on Grand Lake. I'm Christy Wallace. Thanks for watching.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake. This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
MidAmerica Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake is presented by Cherokee Casino Grove and made possible by
At the MidAmerica Industrial Park in Pryor, there are over 100 jobs waiting for someone just like you. These are high-paying jobs that don't require a degree. With over 80 manufacturing plants to choose from, it's easy to find your dream career. Need training? Don't worry, because MidAmerica provides on-campus classes supported by employers. If you have recently graduated from high school and want to start a career in manufacturing, earning a great wage and benefits, visit MidAmericaDelivers.com to learn more.
Also by
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
Plus by
I had the drive to boost my earning power.
I was driven to be more competitive in the job market.
Finishing my degree, that's what drives me.
If you left college without a degree, Reach Higher, Oklahoma's degree completion program, can change your life. You get affordable tuition, flexible class schedules with online options, and a degree from a state university.
I was driven to earn my diploma.
And I did it.
Apply today at reachhigheroklahoma.org. Let your drive drive you.
and by viewers and members like you.